Yo, peace and love, y'all. Had to come drop another video right quick. They finally caught the church's chicken murderer, that is, the female that killed the young lady that was just working, trying to support her family, support her kids, her husband. They working and trying to make something work. And this Miss Thing pop up the church's chicken, get in an argument, and shoots the lady. I don't know if it was over a two-piece biscuit. I don't know what it is, but this is the prime example of what happens when you cannot control your emotions. Do y'all know how many people sitting behind bars in prison because they can't control their emotions? You gotta have self-control. You gotta be able to walk away from certain situations and certain things, man. So many dudes, they girl break up with them, they going crazy, they burning down the house. It ain't that serious. There's a billion people out here. She don't want you, fine, let her go do her thing. Find somebody else. It's really that simple. But y'all got to be able to control your emotions. Now, you done took this lady away from her family. Her daughter was on TV crying. All because you couldn't control your emotions. All because you didn't have any self-control. You lack self-discipline with yourself. You understand me? You got to be able to control yourself. Now, you finna sit behind bars. Your family finna be ruined. Your life finna be ruined. If you got any kids, their life is about to be ruined because you lack self-discipline, man. This shit is crazy. And the first thing everybody want to throw up is everybody has a mental disorder. No. We can't keep using that as an excuse, man. We can't keep doing that. Mental illness. I'm dropping a podcast on that live show Friday. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment to that. Come check that show out. I got an expert. We're going to be talking about mental illness on this up-and-coming show of No Anonymity podcast. But listen, me personally, I just can't accept that as an excuse for everybody running the guns and taking lives, man. I just can't accept it. We have to be held accountable at some point. You got to be able to have self-discipline, self-control, be able to walk away from certain situations. This dude was tailgating me so bad. They do a lot of tailgating out here out west in Arizona. You know what I mean? I just simply moved over and let him go. The old me, I would have been like, listen, hey, man, let's pull over and get it in. But I don't got time for that, man. For what? You in a rush to get to the red light? By God, by all means, my guy, do your thing. Self-control, self-discipline is the lesson of the day, baby. You got to have discipline, baby. That's all I'm telling y'all, man. Watch this video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, and I'm out, all right?
Fox 13 News at 9 starts now.
I am so grateful that it brings some relief knowing that this person will no longer be able to do things like that to someone else.
But we pray for her and her family, because her family has been affected just as much as we have.
These two parents received word today that police arrested the woman accused of gunning down their daughter. 48-year-old Anitra West was the church's chicken employee police say was murdered on the job in Orange Mound. But tonight, suspect 45-year-old Monica Williams sits in the Shelby County Jail East, in fact, after being on the run for days. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for Fox 13 News at 9. I'm Darcy Thomas.
And I'm Daryl Green. This is an interview you'll see only here on Fox 13. Let's go to Daniel Wilkerson. He spoke exclusively with those parents. He's live tonight outside the church's chicken where that murder happened. So, Daniel, first of all, it's hard to imagine how those parents are able to give that sort of grace this soon after their daughter's murder. How did they take the news of the arrest?
You know, it's a complex situation. Darcy and Daryl, good evening to you. Good evening to you at home. They are godly people. You heard them say it off the top. Even amongst all their pain, their thoughts are with the suspect's family. But still, they lost a daughter. So in that sense, they're glad the suspect is off the street. It's a situation no parent wants to experience.
When you're a mother and you raise children and they have children, which are your grandchildren, you always look that it would be you that would go before them and not them before you.
Monday, Bruce and Antoinette Stevens got the news the woman accused of murdering their daughter is now in custody.
It's relief that she's not on the street.
Police announced Monday they had 45-year-old Monica Williams in custody. She was on the run since investigators say she shot and killed 48-year-old Anitra West a week before. Officers say Williams murdered West, an employee at the Church's Chicken on Park Avenue in Orange Mound. Police put out this picture of the suspect taken near the drive-through window that day. She had purple hair then, but had a noticeably different hairstyle Monday when officers captured her mugshot. The Stevens live in Colorado, but say they learned of their daughter's death last week while in Orlando.
And this happened while we were on vacation. And 4 hours before we came back, Anitra couldn't come because she was working.
Anitra's father, a pastor, says they were devastated.
It was hard. We were struck. We were surprised. We were hurt. But immediately, her and I, we prayed immediately that God give us strength.
Their former son-in-law, their daughter's ex-husband, Lorenzo West, says the daughter he shares with Anitra heard the news of the arrest.
She said, I told you they were going to get her. I said, I knew they were going to get her. It was just, she was too famous. You know, there's nowhere to hide when you're that famous. And nobody, yeah. Purple hair, and I mean, nobody's going to hide you, you know, when everybody's looking for you. Shout out to Thaddeus Matthews and all the people on the internet that put all the info out there.
As to the parents' thoughts on the woman accused of their daughter's murder,
I'm a firm believer that some people do deserve a second chance. Don't get me wrong. But there's a degree of the morality and the moral stipulations of killing people, hurting people, doing harm to people. That should be a priority of saying, okay, this person may do this again. And until you're certain that they won't do it again, they need to do the time that they have done in order to be put there in the first place.
We have to trust in God that things will work out, that she's treated fairly in the system, and that's what we believe.
where do you get that kind of forgiveness or at heart from?
It comes from God.